So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to give you a brief overview and a first glimpse before the panel discussion afterwards about the connected car and what we believe the connected car is all about. Just a few facts about Daimler. We are more or less of an entire provider of mobility vehicles, from passenger cars to trucks to vans to buses, but also the financial services, and heavily investing in intramodal or new mobility formats like car-to-go, Movil, or other things. From that perspective, we of course looking ahead what is really going on in the automotive sector, in the automotive industry. And we are basically seeing three major disruptive things coming along and moving ahead. The one thing, of course, is CO2 emission-free driving. The second thing is what we are currently here talking about, the connected driving, so enjoying services within or outside the vehicle while on the go. And the third thing, and this is maybe one of the most exciting ones, is the topic of autonomous driving. All these things are the basis of the next step, of the next evolutionary improvement of our customers using and leveraging our products. The customer is at the heart of everything when it comes to the mobility and his personal mobility. We, car manufacturer, tended to think that for the last 125 years, owning a car is the right thing to do. Well, we all know that this is not the case anymore, and that we have to see on how we are moving forward. So we are carefully seeing from a traditional perspective, and there are a lot of people who love to own a car. Yes, there are people out there, and still growing. On the other hand side, we see new business models coming up, and we are actually now providing a whole set of services from a traditional owning a car to using just a pay-per-use business model. We are the inventors of car-to-go, which you maybe have enjoyed here in Berlin. We are actually leveraging that, for instance, with My Taxi for an intramodal company called Movil. We are having within Daimler to actually pursue that and moving that forward. But what we are seeing is a huge business moving up in the short-term and long-term renting, as you might not actually need a car all the time because you are more of a using pay-per-use guy. But for a business trip or for a weekend trip, etc., you need actually transportation, and you need a premium transportation. So we believe that premium mobility is actually done by not only delivering one of these items, but covering the full fledged of what our customers want and need. So the customer is at the core of everything. It's not the car anymore. It's a connected car, of course, but the customer is it. Moving forward, we think it is so important to bring a connected digital customer at the center of everything we do moving into the future, that we created a brand, sub-brand called Mercedes-Me. And within that purely, mainly digital brand Mercedes-Me, that's the personal, individual, and exclusive world of Mercedes and the products the customers are actually using on top of that. So if you're looking at Mercedes-Me, there are certain pillars what we are actually doing there. First one, I already explained, we call it mobility. Keep the customer mobile in whichever format he or she wants to have it. Second one, and I will explore that a little bit deeper, is the entire connectivity thing. Which services do we actually see getting into the vehicle, around the vehicle, and actually connecting his or her car with the customer. Assistance and finance are topics when it comes to a breakdown, to an emergency, to service management. We want these customers to directly approach within Mercedes-Me so that that's flawless, that's convenient, that is integrated, and really bringing them to the customer experience what they actually can expect from a premium car manufacturer. And inspiration is the last topic, where we have a lot of fans of the brand and of our products. And actually, these fans of our products like to interact. They interact with the brand, they interact with topics they want to actually have been developed for the vehicles or for whatever concepts they're moving forward. So there's a lot of going on when it comes to that. Why are we doing that? Why are we creating this new ecosystem Mercedes-Me? Yes, of course, we want to get direct interaction to our customers, to our drivers. We want to have that customer insight being built up here. And we, on top of that, we already started exploring and implementing these business models. We believe that there are tons of new exciting business models out there we just don't know as of today. But we know that they will come up and that they will emerge over the next couple of years. So from that perspective, we are prepared and moving forward with the implementation of Mercedes Me. So now maybe a little deep down into the connectivity piece. Which services do we have to provide when we're talking about a connected car? I guess the most important one is the intelligent navigation. Intelligent navigation means that the car and we, as Mercedes Me, know about the customer what his or her mobility need is at that specific point in time, what the context is with traffic, parking, tolls, blah, 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 everything you need, and bringing the customer from A to B. Whether it's a rented Mercedes, it's his own Mercedes, or he's just sitting in a Mercedes of a friend or whatever. So that you really enjoy a Mercedes-like intelligent navigation feeling whatever Mercedes you are entering. Safety and security is of the heart of our business model and of our brand. So we are actually stressing that quite heavily in order to give our customers a feeling when driving a connected car that this is the most premium and safest car in the world, and we're doing a lot of that. Vehicle setup and control, care and service are the things we all know, locking, unlocking, preconditioning a EV vehicle, etc., etc. So I'm spending not too much time on that. On the internal benefits, we are seeing a lot of things with the big data approaches. How are our vehicles actually being used? And how can we use that for our R&D departments in order to make our vehicles even better? B2B and financial services are a lot of topics when it comes to how to engage and optimize the total cost of ownership of moving fleets and larger bulk of vehicles around. Also for the B2B use cases. And office and communication, entertainment and media are the typical topics you actually would need in order to move into the vehicle and use in the vehicle, for instance. And this all comes to the point, how do you orchestrate that? And the ultimate goal is that you are managing the context switch from before a journey, while driving a vehicle in a mobility space, or after a journey, exactly to the point that you are managing that seamless and fully integrated. And there are tons of services out there a customer is actually used to use every day, each hour. We have heard a lot of it today, and we see that our customers actually do not want to hassle around, and there's a lot of new things coming up now in order to bring that to the next level, in order to not to stop your digital life when entering a vehicle from that perspective. So, how can you deliver this? What do we have to do? On the one hand side, this is only doable if you build a robust back-end platform, IoT platform, connected car platform, however you name it. The thing is that it needs to be global, and you need to be scalable and flexible in order to scale up with the cars out there. And the security is one of the key features. We're having a lot of people who are very concerned, customers who are very concerned about the data which is actually being connected within the vehicle and how this data is actually being used. And we are putting the customer at front in order to do that. On the other hand side, for partner and delivery, we will not invent everything on our own. This is not possible, and we are not the best digital company, as you all guys know. But we need to partner and to collaborate with the best-in-class companies in order to ensure services around the vehicle and to even enhance the customer experience in the vehicle. So summing up, far and foremost, from an outside in, the customer-centric ecosystem is the key success factor. The connected car by itself is worthless. Customer loyalty and premium mobility, personalized service offerings ensure utmost customer loyalty and will bond them actually to the brand. We think it's so important that we created Mercedes Me. And the last two ones I just explored on that on the connected car platform and on the partner and collaboration network you actually need in order to have a strength and a sound basis in order to move forward. So thank you very much for listening for this first wrap-up of a connected car arena, and now welcoming the other guys to our panel discussion. Thank you very much.